While E3 may be no more, this summer is still absolutely packed with gaming announcements, reveals, and deep dives. From Jeff Keighley's Summer of Gaming, to the Microsoft Bethesda Showcase, to some fresh madness from Devolver Digital, summer 2023 looks to be a gaming news bonanza. With so much coming down the pipe, it can be hard to keep track of what games are in the offing. Thus, I humbly submit the 15 games I want to hear more about this summer. Number 1. Starfield. Bethesda says they have been waiting to make this game for 25 years, and while they have started to show more game content this year, questions still remain. This open-world space RPG has exhibited all the classic Bethesda hallmarks, and we have seen glimpses of expanded features like shipbuilding, vast planets, and colonization. Big questions remain, however. What is the ratio between procedural and handcrafted content? What are the quests going to be like? How settled are planets going to be? Bethesda has already said we will hear more about the game in June, so let's hope these and more questions will be answered then. Number 2. Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 was announced at the Video Game Awards in 2021, and other than a single discussion video released in 2022, Remedy has gone dark. The game is supposed to release in 2023, and honestly, I would just like a release date. Alan's story was featured in the second DLC for Control, AWE, but this will be the first Alan-centric release since 2012's Alan Wake American Nightmare. Remedy says the game will be a true survival horror, and I can't wait to see what that means to such an imaginative studio.
This story is a monster.
Augmented Human C4621 has awakened.
Number 3. Armored Core 6. The last Armored Core game was Armored Core Victory Day in 2013. Since then, developer FromSoft has been defining and redefining the Soulsborne genre. In the process, they gained legions of new fans who have never played a single Armored Core game. With an August 2023 release date, I want to see how FromSoft introduces their new fans to their old favorite. Furthermore, what lessons have been taken from the Soulsbornes and applied to the design process of this new Armored Core game.
Let's see how far they can fly. On borrowed wings.
Number 4. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Since the soft reboot of Assassin's Creed with Origins, the series has left its stealth action roots to become a full open-world action RPG. With Mirage, Ubisoft claims we are returning to the smaller stealth-focused experience. Very little has been revealed about Mirage other than its Middle Eastern setting, so it would be good to see how Ubisoft plans to bring the series back to its roots before its rumored August release date. Number 5. Flintlock, Siege of Dawn. Flintlock was announced in 2022 with a series of trailers that established the setting, mood, and gameplay. This game looks to share a mold with God of War 2018, and as such, its story and writing are going to be very important. I am hoping to see that exhibited, along with longer clips of gameplay so we can have a better sense of game feel. And of course, we always love to see a release date. Number 6. Lies of P. Many Souls-likes have tried to capture the FromSoft magic, and very few ever come close. Lies of P looks to achieve what many have failed to do, and the initial coverage looks promising. Trailers show a spooky, moody, twisted, and somehow both over and understated setting, and initial gameplay looks encouraging. The release date is in August, so this is the time for the final press push to really get us on board with this game.
Hop in the box, liar.
Number 7. Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. The venerable Yakuza series has adopted the Like a Dragon name in the West to better align with its original Japanese name. This Gaiden game takes place after 2020's Yakuza Like a Dragon and follows series mainstay Kiryu as he tries, and likely fails, to once again leave the world of crime behind him. This is billed as an action-adventure, but we know nothing more about the gameplay. The game is supposed to release this year, so it seems inevitable that we'll get a better look, or at least a release date. Number 8. Warhammer 40k, Rogue Trader. Following their experience with two Pathfinder CRPGs, Owlcat has turned their attention to Warhammer 40k. Setting the player up as one of the eponymous Rogue Traders, this game sees you take your ship and crew to the outer edges of the Imperium, acting as an extension of the Emperor's will in wild space. This is Owlcat's first non-Pathfinder game, so it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt the rules and design to fit the 40k role-playing systems. Number 9. Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2. The long-awaited follow-up to 2011's Space Marine, this Warhammer power fantasy will feature the player's Space Marine fighting absolute hordes of enemies. Relatively little is known about the game, but the developers have been saying all the right things about the feeling of one against many and the essential nature of the Warhammer 40k universe. With a targeted 2023 release, hopefully we can also get a specific date on when we can get our hands on it.
We are the angels of death. We are the blade drawn against the endless night. Nothing will survive our wrath.
Number 10. Pragmata. Pragmata has had exactly 2 trailers. One utterly incomprehensible trailer announced the game in 2020, giving us a taste of something. To be quite honest, I can't make heads or tails of this nonsense, much less understand what kind of game Pragmata is going to be. The second trailer simply announced that they had missed their 2022 release window and were now planning to come out in 2023. Really, I just want to know what kind of game this even is. Number 11. Hollow Knight Silksong. 2017's Hollow Knight has secured a reputation as one of the greatest Metroidvanias of all time. The wait for Silksong has driven its fandom into madness and back again, which is rather fitting, all things told. Bits of gameplay have been shown, but after showing up in last year's Microsoft showcase, the only question on everyone's mind is when. When will Silksong get us all swearing at our screens as we miss that last jump once again? Number 12. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 has had but one trailer, showcasing both Peter Parker and Miles Morales, with voiceover dominated by Kraven the Hunter and a late Venom reveal. Both Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man Miles Morales were excellent, providing compelling stories, fun combat, and unparalleled traversal. Honestly, more of the same is enough to sell me. I just want that release date.
Yes, we will.
Number 13. Fable. Since a surprise announcement in 2020, we have heard nothing about the Fable reboot. Fable is a beloved series as renowned for overpromising as enabling chicken kicking, so it's probably good that we haven't been given a constant stream of promises. Still, it's been 2 years, and it would be nice to hear something of its progress or status.
But yours has yet to be written.
Numbers 14 and 15. Avowed, and Outer Worlds 2. These Obsidian RPGs have approximately the same amount of information floating about. Each has a really solid mood-setting trailer. The Outer Worlds 2 is a sequel, so we can make a reasonable guess about how it will play. Avowed shares a setting with Obsidian's Pillars of Eternity, but will be a first-person real-time RPG, likely something comparable to Bethesda's Elder Scrolls. That is the sum total of public information about these games. Outer Worlds 2 was announced last year, and Avowed was announced in 2020, so it feels like we're due information about one or both of these titles. So that's my list, but I could have easily kept going. From indie titles like Witchfire to sequels like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, there are many, many more games we can hope to hear about this summer. Did I miss something on your list? If so, share it down below, and subscribe so you don't miss out on upcoming videos about all of this summer's announcements and reveals.